In this lesson, we'll be going to the floor from a standing position. We'll go to the floor to the left, to the right, and to the front. Each time we go to the floor, we'll come back to the chair and use the chair to help ourselves stand up. All right, let's begin. Start with your feet side by side. Your hands awake and alive and strong. Good. Now you turn slightly, bend your knees, and reach out here, clear over to your left side. Set your hands down, but don't put your body down. So your hands are holding your weight. Now ease your hip down to the floor. Good. Set your foot. Push your backside in the air and put your knees down. And then come to the chair and use the chair to help you stand back up. Let's do that again. Standing with your feet side by side. Bend your knees a little bit. Turn your hands over to this side. Make them strong. Reach out. Put your hands on the floor, but don't put your knee or your hip down. Just hold yourself for a moment. Now ease down without a sound. Good. Set your foot. Set your hands nice and strong. Push your backside in the air. Come to your knees. And then come over to the chair and use the chair to help yourself up. Good. Let's do the same thing to the right. Set your feet even. Bend your knees a little bit. Make your hands strong and put them over here to the right. Now reach down to the floor and take weight on your hands. Now don't put your hip down yet. Now ease it down. Good. Now you're down. You're safe. You're on the floor. Good old floor. Set your foot. Head down, backside up. Put your knees down. Come to the chair. Set one foot up to the side. Head down, backside up. Set your foot. And stand up. Okay. Going to the right again. Set your feet nice and even. Lower yourself down a little bit, bending your knees. Set your hands over to the side, make them strong. Reach out and down, put weight on your hands. Ease your hip down. Good. And rest, you're down. Good. Set your foot. Place your hands. Come to your knees. Go to the chair. Put one foot up to the side. Head down, backside up. Set your foot. And up you come. Okay. So we've gone to the left 2 times, to the right 2 times. Now, let's go to the floor forward. I'll turn sideways so you can see it better. So you're standing, your feet are apart, your hands are in front. Good. Now you reach out and down and put weight on your hands, but you don't put your knees down. Just ease them down so there's no bump. Knees down to the ground without a bump. Good. Then turn to the chair and use the chair to help yourself up. Good. Let's do that again. 1 foot forward. Weight even. Hands ready. Good. Now reach out and down. Put weight on your hands. Now ease your knees down without a bump. The longer you can wait before you put your knees down, the better. While you're holding yourself this way, your arms and hands are getting stronger. Your shoulders are taking your weight. So that's where the strengthening of the shoulders and elbows and wrists come. All right, so then come back to the chair again and come to standing. Now, so far, you've gone to the left to the floor, gone to the right to the floor, and gone forward to your hands and knees. We're going to add something to the end of each of those. We're going to add a rollout. In a rollout, you'll come to the floor, then you'll move onto your back and pull your knees to your chest. It goes like this. Bend your knees a little bit. Set your hands over to the left. Lean out, put weight on your hands, and then ease your hip down to the hip sit position. Then roll to your back and put your knees up to your chest. Okay. Then roll back to your side and press up into the hip sit position. Set your foot, set your hands, backside up, come to your knees, and then come over to the chair and use the chair to help yourself stand up. Let's do it again to the left. Bend your knees, hands to the side, weight on your hands, sit on your hip, lie on your side and go to the back and pull your knees to your chest. Good. Then roll back to the side, push up onto your hip. Set your foot, set your hands, backside in the air, down on your knees, and then come to the chair and use the chair to help yourself stand up. Do the same to the right. Your feet, set your feet. Bend your knees. Make your hands strong. Put them over to the right. Put weight on your hands and then ease your hip down. Then roll to your back and pull your knees up to your chest. One back to the side. Press up into the hip sit. Then set your foot, backside in the air. Come to your hands and knees. Then use the chair to stand up. One more time to the right. Bend your knees a little bit. Turn, put your hands out. Put your hands down to the floor, take the weight. Now ease your hip down to the ground. Lie back on your back. Pull your knees to your chest. There you are. Knees back, push up into the hip sit position. Set your feet. Set your hands. Come up to your knees. Then use the chair to help yourself stand up. Now, for the forward rollout. I'll do this sideways so you can see. One foot's a little bit forward, your hands are ready. You reach forward, put weight on your hands, ease your knees down, and then roll to your side, then to your back. Pull your knees up. Press up to the hip sit position. Set your foot. Hands and knees. And come to the chair. One more time. Ready? So, knees bend a little bit, hands reach out. Take weight on your hands, ease your knees down. To your back, with your knees to your chest. Sit back on the hip. Set your foot. Hands and knees. Then come back to the chair and use the chair to stand up. Okay, so you've added a rollout to your going to the floor. To the left and roll out, to the right and roll out, and to the front and roll out. Good. Now it may happen that you're out in the world somewhere when you go to the floor, when you have a fall, and you'll find that there isn't any chair around to help yourself up with. You'll have to learn how to stand up from the floor without the aid of a chair. This can be done. Let's say the chair is not here, and you're out in the open, and you've come down to the ground, hands and knees. Here's how you stand up out in the open. You get to the hands and knees, and then put one foot up to the outside. Now when I say outside, I mean anything but up under the chin. This is the wrong way. It has to be out here like this. Then you set your hands and your foot into a triangle shape. Right? So that these two hands and this foot make a triangle base. Then you put your weight over the triangle, push your backside up in the air, and bring this back foot up. Set it down so that it'll hold your weight. Then you can pick up the baby, keep your head down, and come all the way up to standing. Okay. Be sure your head is the last thing that comes up. If you bring your head up first, you'll lower your blood pressure in your head or you get a little dizzy. It's better to come up in this unfolding way like that. Good. Let's do that again. 1 foot forward, hands ready, knees bent. Down you go. You're on your hands and knees. And after you've looked around and there's no chair, and you've caught your breath, you're ready to come up again. You bring 1 foot up to the outside. Set your hands in a nice triangle. Then lean your head down, backside up, and put this foot up close to the other one. Then you can pick up the baby and uncoil your spine slowly, still looking at the baby. And then just put her in your heart and you're standing up. Okay. Now some of you may have trouble coming up from that low down the first few times. Here's another thing you can do. As you come up, you can put your hand on your knee like this. And just rest there for a moment. And then come up again. Like that. All right. Now in this lesson, you've gone to the floor from a standing position. Left side, right side, forward. You've added a rollout, rolling out, even rolling out to the front. And you've practiced standing up out in the open without the support of a chair. Now, we always end our lesson with a bit of vocalization. Let's try a nursery rhyme. Maybe you remember the story with the giant who says, fee, fi. All together now with me. Let your lips move a lot. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he live or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread.